kids, get your popcorn out. Let me tell you the story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape. He went from dad bod to god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
Jane?
The mighty Thor recovers from his existential crisis only to discover that there's a new god-slaying villain traveling the cosmos. Just as Thor begins his quest to make the universe right once again, he meets a new hero who wields his long-lost hammer. Hey everyone, welcome back to Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Abel Panetta. Today, we will be reviewing Thor, Love and Thunder, directed by Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi? Natalie Portman's arms? Mjolnir? The Guardians of the Galaxy? Yelling Goats? Oh, and Thor?
Hey, there you are. Hey. I was just calling you.
All right. Sorry, Stormbreaker. Haven't forget about you either.
Well, anyway, let's get into this post-Ragnarok, post-Avengers Thor adventure.
Man, let's get into it.
We've gotten Natalie Portman back.
And her arms.
And her arms. Look at this. She brought the guns to the gun show.
Oh, man. Oh, look at those things.
Yeah.
They're so ready.
Yeah, they went in and out. Oh, man.
Natalie Portman arm gates? Is that a new thing?
Arms and goats and hammers and axes.
Oh, man. So much.
What's wrong with I don't even know where to get into this except saying Matt Damon.
Dude, I saw Matt Damon and I could not believe it was actually Matt Damon.
All right. Well, I'm going to start saying it was okay. I thought it was
really.
Okay. I'm gonna give it the okay, but better than okay.
All right.
Because I think Thor Ragnarok raised the bar a lot.
It did. Well, I mean,
even though
you have to figure it came from Dark World. I mean,
yeah, okay. Dark World
had to step it up.
Dark World is actually the only, and I include the Incredible Hulk in this. Dark World is the only Marvel movie. I don't know what happened in it, and I saw it.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
I can't begin to tell you what happened in it at all.
It sucks because they actually reference it in Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
Like they show clips of it like it was an important part of the story.
And everyone's just like, when was this movie released?
But this movie, the more I think about it, the more I think it just kind of happened to you. But the performances, the directing, and the everything.
Yeah. The writing.
Well, the quips, I'm going to say, because the story was a little like, it felt a lot like a Power Rangers adventure to me, because, you know, they collected the hammer, they collected the different things, and they got to go here, and then there were putties. Oh no, his dark people are back.
Yeah, it was.
Remember the putties? There were putties, and then there was a lot of this.
That one, there we go. So much goat action.
Temple of Goatly Pleasures.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
No, it was, this movie, it did feel like it just happened to me, and I must have just watched it when I was in the right mood, because I could not stop laughing while watching it.
It was fun. I will like it.
It was
I liked
hysterical, and it might be because I'm getting older, but it was so much fun to watch.
But like I said, it just kind of happened to you. But it was good. It took a lot of the good. It was better than Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah,
and it was kind of a middling, I think, Marvel movie.
Yeah,
but I agree, it was fun. But there were a lot of allusions to maybe Star Trek in this.
Yes,
and also Batman Returns.
There were a lot of those. I was watching it and I'm just like, man, this movie feels very familiar, which is probably why I liked it so much. And I like those movies.
But yeah, let's get into this movie. Let's
do it.
I'm going to say it kind of starts with a prologue where we are introduced to Gorr, the God Butcher, but pre-God Butcher.
Yes.
Stay in the desert. I don't know how he got there.
Yeah.
But he's in there with his daughter in a dying state. Prays to the God to save his daughter. Don't even save me. Save my daughter. daughter dies.
Yep.
And somehow, at this very moment when his daughter dies, God appears to him.
Yeah.
Not as
His God.
his God in particular.
His deity
appears to him in an oasis in the desert.
Yeah. But the reason he gets there is because something is whispering to him. So he's being...
Was he led there before he found the oasis?
Yeah, he was being led there by whispers.
Okay, this is the first scene, so I don't quite say it's...
I saw it more recently than you.
As spoilery
We'll see.
as... Okay, yeah, I saw it when it first came out. This dude just saw it like yesterday.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
What was I going to say here? You know, he meets God, and God is like this pious like character. You ever see the Christmas Carol, like where he meets the first ghost? He's like the ghost of like Thanksgiving or whatever.
Yeah, he just says
the ghost of parties,
the ghost of plenty over there.
Yeah. He meets the God of plenty, who's like, oh, look at another follower. Is he one of mine? And there's like these weird like bird plant people,
yeah,
like sexy bird plant women.
They're just laughing. They're literally just plants. It's
like,
so weird.
Yeah, and then like
plants are on our monitor.
Oh wow, scary
Timing.
And I guess Baal, Gorr the God Butcher, played by Baal, is all like sad. He's like, oh, like, why would you forsaken me? Does this? He's like, well, we're here celebrating the death of like douchebag McGee over here. Like, we see like the dark, like
you see the
Sauron.
I was gonna say the dark saber.
we see Sauron.
I think it's called the Necro Sword.
The Necro Sword, but like for all intents and purposes, it's Sauron.
Yeah, just Sauron the dark saber. Yeah,
and Sauron's doing his.
Exactly, he's doing just that.
I didn't even think about the Sauron connection until just
now. I can't unsee it.
I'm thinking. So you
always see the Eye of Sauron.
That was such a stupid like superpower. Like everyone wanted the Ring of Power to do it, makes you invisible and also really annoying.
Yeah,
but don't worry,
it brings the heathens of doom to you.
All the bad guys can see you, and after 10 years of hanging out with us, you turn into a golem,
and you eat fish raw.
Yeah, you eat
the gross way,
and sing and talk to yourself, and then like maybe you'll jump in a volcano one day.
Yeah, who knows?
Best case scenario, you jump in a volcano.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, from 20 years ago. Oh my God. So anyway,
even further if you've read the books.
I know, right? So this God's like, oh, we just slain like Sauron over here, the God Butcher, and it's a day to be had by all.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird now that you think about it, since there's like a whole world of gods as we learn about this, that somehow this one god actually took down Gorr and nobody like cared. Like there actually was a god out there who is a douche, but also saved the world in a way.
Yeah, he took down this
Sauron looking creature.
Wielder of the sword, the Necro Sword. The Necro Sword can kill all gods. It can, it does away with their heads, we'll say. But the sword has a voice. It has a curse, and it will infect the person who wields it.
So
enter Gorr.
Enter Gorr. He picks it up. He gets cursed by the sword, and
it moves through shadows. Sorry, just bumped the mic. It moves through shadows.
Moves through shadows and creates putties.
Yes.
We'll get into those goat noises soon enough.
So many.
Those putties. Remember when they were super putties and like you punch their like chest and they explode even harder? Yeah. Somehow they're super putties, but they have a weakness, unlike the original putties.
In their chest.
In their chest. That's a blatant tactical disadvantage there.
That's ridiculous.
Weak spots. Evil. What is it?
It's like, who invented weak spots? By the way,
I don't know. That's what I said.
Wrong button.
Goldar is like, who invented weak spots? Why did you make them with big disadvantages?
I think it was Achilles, actually.
Big targets.
Achilles,
that douche.
With his Achilles.
Yeah. Are we back on the record?
Yeah, we're back on the record. Let's
see. So he slays this god with his new sword, which is apparently his weak spot.
Yeah. In his neck.
And now he's all dark and gross. I guess he was kind of normal and gross. By the way.
He turns from burnt skin to like pasty gray skin.
By the way, so I saw all the Dark Knight movies in IMAX.
Okay.
I saw this movie in IMAX.
Okay.
So Christian Bale has this eye wart. And like it's the size of like maybe like I got some like
an eye wart or an eye stymie or
like a skin tag.
Okay.
Right? They call it eye wart in all the honest trailers. But dude, I saw this in IMAX. I swear it was as big as like my body.
Dude, no way.
Like
now
my chest.
Excuse me while I break the internet going to find
eye wart great. Oh my God.
Oh no.
I mean, Christian Bale, just call your dermatologist. Be like, dude, can you zap this?
He's like, this is part of my shtick.
What if it's like a malignant and it's like his Siamese twin like attached to his face?
Someone wrote Christian Bale eye growth.
Growth.
What is that thing? Oh God, that thing's another planet in there.
I know, right? See it in IMAX.
That sounds terrible.
That thing is.
But yes,
I don't know.
it's like, oh, woe is me. He's rich.
I kept seeing it all the time.
Yeah.
So he kills the god with the necrosword.
Yeah.
And that ends the prologue and starts Gorr, the god butcher's reign of killing gods, which he gets quick work. How does he travel around, by the way? Did he get a spaceship? Or is the god butcher?
I think the sword gives him the ability to travel as long as he goes.
That's a plot hole.
It's huge.
Because that's
I ignored
part of
it.
the story.
Yes, I ignored it. And I've actually read up on the comic, so I've, we're just going to follow the movie tactic here. It is a huge plot hole, by the way.
Now that I think about
we're about to whip out our plot hole device, which we happen to have really handy.
It's a good thing because it's a universal plot hole.
There you go.
Plot hole tracker.
It goes into the dark regions of plot holes.
He started here, right?
Yeah.
And to get to the end of the movie, he had to get here. So somehow here is where there were a lot of problems, like usual. But we'll deal with that as
and if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the plot hole device.
Oh yeah, this diagram will explain any plot hole.
Yes, like a movie has a plot device, we have a plot hole device.
In any movie you see, this can explain all plot holes.
It's like a river. I'm just kidding.
It's a river of slime.
Oh no.
But anyway, where were we? So then, like I said, the movie just happens.
Yes.
The Korg is narrating like about his Thor's existential crisis, going from dead bud to god bud.
Yes.
And he's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but he apparently saves everybody.
Yeah.
And he saves like.
By the way, you just went over that really quickly. The Guardians of the Galaxy are in this movie for way longer than I thought. By the way.
Okay, so he's part of the Guardians, but he does all their work for them. At least that's what they're saying. So they're trying to they're like Thor was just hanging out, being like a hippie.
Yeah, they're like, do your god thing.
Yeah, and then he saves everybody. Okay, so he's saving these like zealots.
Yeah,
because these owl people in doom buggies have taken over their church, or like
whatever the Crystal Palace,
the Crystal Palace, or their Vatican. Thor destroys the Vatican. And destroys everything. So the leader of this church and these aliens, after saving everybody, and the Guardians just hung out and didn't do anything, behests them, these royal goats,
these giant goats.
And that's all they do throughout the movie.
Size of Clydesdale.
Much like Socks the cat barely saved Lightyear. There was this device in Thor, Love and Thunder, that is these two giant
leave
goats.
It to Taika to insert this sound, which is this sound. That sound specifically at the most opportune and inopportune times, yet still make it feel like it wasn't enough.
It's like quiet, and then all of a sudden, like they're like, "Oh no, Thor the God Butcher! He's on the run. We must go post haste to this new world."
Yeah,
like in the background,
and everybody in the theater, and then you can't hear the next freaking text.
Yeah, no, Jane's like, Thor, I have cancer.
Oh no! Jumping the gun, bud.
It's in the trailer, I think.
It's not.
Everybody knows it. I'm sorry. It's okay. So he defeats these people, and then he gets word that like there's a god. He actually gets word that there's a god butcher. And then the Guardians are like, I guess we'll go over there and deal with it, and you go that way and take care of it.
Yeah, because I guess the Guardians of the Galaxy have like these live feeds of the galaxy. That's how they
danger.
get. Yeah, of danger. That's how they get to where they're going, right?
Much like the Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Zoltan. Sorry.
Shut up.
Dude, where's my car?
Zordon.
I know.
I know he mentioned this before, but Bryan Cranston played Zordon in the Power Rangers reboot, which was awesome.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
Dude.
He was also the voice, like originally one of the voices of one of the monsters.
I recognize that. That's crazy.
Nobody did. But
anyway.
He's also the dentist in Seinfeld.
Saban Films. Cats.
By the way, did I mention?
I don't know. Did you? So as we're talking about the Power Rangers, I'm just kidding.
So he finds Lady Sif and a big. Remember, we haven't seen Lady Sif since like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something.
Yeah, so that's how he.
She was in Loki for like a minute.
Right.
She was in like a flashback or like an alternate universe.
Yeah, for a quick second there.
Lady Sif has lost her arm fighting Gorr the God Butcher.
Yeah.
And also he killed this giant like dinosaur god, which is apparently one of the nicest gods you ever met, even though he probably just growls at people.
Huge.
And then they're like, where's he gone? He's gone to Asgard.
Yeah.
So the new Asgard, which is in Norway.
New Asgard. It's a tourist trap.
Right, and also while this is happening back on Earth, Jane Foster Natalie Portman has cancer.
Ah.
Yeah. But there is a...
I wish those goat sounds were wholly inappropriate, but man. Sorry for your earballs.
Anyway, that happened. So she has cancer, and then she reads about Mjolnir, how it has the ability to heal and rejuvenate.
Yeah.
Or meow meow, like they mentioned it. I might say meow meow a bunch of times. And she goes to New Asgard.
Yeah.
Asgard. Speaking of plot holes, that's what we call plot hole armor. The Asgard.
We are teenagers.
He said Asgard. Oh.
Damn it, it's actually funny.
I know. He said Asgard. And she finds Mjolnir and it deems her worthy. Or at least we find out shortly.
Yes.
It deems her. So
yes, she shows up there and she's looking at Mjolnir. Meow meow.
So in New Asgard. In New Asgard.
Say Asgard. Come on.
Asgard.
Grow up, Peter Pan.
I said Asgard that last time, but then you said Asgard.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Bastard. Hey, do you like fish sticks? Anyway,
come on. That did not sound like the words fish and sticks.
Fish sticks?
We're going to grow up one day.
but not today.
Not today.
Another Gladiator reference, by the way, but not today.
Yeah, it was. Right?
I know.
Oh, man.
We will see you again, but not today. Not yet. Okay, go to New Asgard. And there, Valkyrie is like the mayor, or like the
she's King Valkyrie.
She's like King Valkyrie, but she's like just whatever, and she always wears like Disneyland T-shirts or something. She wears a Phantom of the Opera T-shirt out of nowhere. That's what it was.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. And then that's when the putties attack New Asgard.
Yeah. Yeah.
At
literally just black putty. They look like black
they were the
creatures.
putties from Power Rangers attacking New Asgard. And Valkyrie's there, and then Thor shows up because he got it on the Guardians' radar that this was happening. Yeah. But meanwhile, there's like a new guy. Even Thor's like, "Who's the new guy?"
Yeah, no, he sees Mjolnir, meow meow, flying around. He's like, Mjolnir, where are you?
And Valkyrie's like, "You're gonna love the new guy." Apparently, they've been fighting. She knew about Jane before that.
Yeah, so apparently something has been going on, and
yeah, she's like, "You're gonna love this new guy." And it's Jane. She's got Mjolnir, but now she brought the guns to the gun show. Just
Oh, they're everywhere. These guns.
Yeah, brought guns
gun show.
To the gun show. So Natalie Portman is jacked. I read that she trained for 9-10 months or whatever.
That's crazy.
To
With
get
CGI or real? I'm sorry, Natalie Portman.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll tell you what.
I mean, she's got guns, but they for sure you gotta admit, bronzer on there to accentuate those freaking
peaks and
shoulders.
valleys.
Yeah, man.
I will tell you what, those guns at the gun show, it was a good gun show.
We've seen Lord of the Rings. There's some forced perspective going on there when she's walking by Thor.
Oh,
she's like super yoked. I'm like, they for sure did the Captain America CGI on you.
There was this video game, The Last of Us 2. And like one of the protagonists or antagonists, depending on how you watch it.
Oh no, I've not played that game, but I've heard of that.
It's really bad. Okay. The Last of Us 2 was really bad. It made you feel like shit by the end.
No, that's terrible.
But anyway,
I play phone games.
The antagonist protagonist is this woman who's got jacked arms.
Okay,
and somehow it was like almost too jacked. It was more jacked than Natalie Portman, and everyone was like, "Of course, women can do." I don't think they could do it.
She's got a big, viney, triumphant bastard.
I don't know if you can maintain giant jacked arms during the apocalypse, even though she technically lived at like the Superdome or whatever. Yeah. Don't you need like feed those? Do you need like eggs?
Yeah, dude, you got to eat stuff.
You got to eat nothing but like protein all day, right?
All the time, man. You got to She's got to eat.
You know, I can't imagine them like, oh, we got to keep like this chick jacked. So keep like, you give her all the gym time. Give her all the gym time she needs during the apocalypse.
Give her all the peanut butter.
All the eggs and peanut butter. By the way, we got like Clancy in the back churning peanut butter for days. I don't know how peanut butter is made.
Chancey's over there just being jacked as hell. He's got one big lat. Don't make that movement.
He milks all the cows.
God, we're on the internet, man.
Oh, where were we? So anyway, I could see Natalie Portman's jackedness.
Yeah, you know.
But when she's in cancer mode, she's like not jacked.
She's super frail, so it's like, but she's always in a cardigan, so it kind of like
The chick with cancer seems to be like Guardians of the Galaxy's thing.
Whoa! Yeah, 'cause in this movie, Natalie Portman, aka Jane Foster's mom, is also a cancer patient. Man,
Do you think Star-Lord and Natalie Portman are?
what? Sorry for your ears, but holy cow, if that's a thing.
Shut up and take my money.
Anyway,
Look, if that's a thing,
you know what though?
that would be
crazy.
That would explain probably why she's able to wield Mjolnir, even though there is a reason why. Find out. You gotta have something, right?
You know, I've seen all the theory casts. I don't know if anyone's picked that one up.
Hey, us first. Clubhouse Movies Podcast.
Yeah.
Picking it up.
Anyway,
Clubhouse Movies Podcast. Picking them up.
Round one. Fight.
I think it fell off. That's why. Where's?
Pick 'em up.
There we go.
Pick 'em up.
Hey, what was I gonna say? Okay, so now Valkyrie, Thor, and by the way, they're fighting these putties for way too long. Like this scene,
just obliterate them.
Thor, Valkyrie, and Jane as Lady Thor, or whatever,
Or Mighty Thor.
Mighty Thor, fighting the putties. Gorr shows up. They're like, "Who's this jerk?" And then like they just kind of like push him off. Then this is where I get into the Batman Returns thing. Gorr steals all the children.
Yes.
Gorr steals all the children for some reason.
I was just like, whoa there, Two-Face.
Penguin.
No, I know Penguin, but I was just calling him Two-Face.
He runs off with the children.
It's like your daughter died. Why are you taking their children, you weirdo?
Yeah, right. And he was like weird, like having like weird like Hannibal Lecter, like look at me, and they're like,
Yeah, he decapitates his own minion, and he's like, oh, I thought he would like that. It's like, whoa.
well, he was a putty.
Yeah, it was Yeah, so now the children are in a cage in the dark world, and obviously the trio has to go and find them.
Okay, they have to. They
we forgot. Hold on. Let's backtrack.
One. Fight.
Oh, that was purely incidental. No, we forgot to mention because Thor, and this is like the shtick throughout the movie. So Thor obviously sees Mjolnir and meow meow, and yeah, we have to make sure we say that because
Penny will
the cat
kill us.
runs the show. So obviously he sees meow meow, and he's just like longing for his lost Mjolnir.
Meow meow.
And and obviously he has something else. He has Stormbreaker. That's his current weapon of choice. And as he's
not of choice, but stuck.
Stuck.
Literally, his battle axe.
his battle axe. Yeah. So he's stuck with it. So try not to laugh. So every time he reaches for Mjolnir, you just see Stormbreaker slowly creep into scene, just like
That's okay. I'm not in the market for a new one.
I like you. But because he keeps doing this, Stormbreaker is starting to act all sporadic and whatnot. So his, its power is just all over the place, and it comedy ensues, is what I'm saying.
Yes, there was definitely a Stormbreaker, Meow Meow, Thor like triangle going on.
Yeah,
but even though I'm pretty sure Thor is just projecting in his mind.
Oh, totally, totally.
So that's cool.
Spider-Man being unable to spit his webs out, that kind of thing.
And then this is where this is where the movie turns into a video game for me. Mm-hmm. So it's basically we got to go to Olympus, talk to Zeus. Zeus is going to give us his weapons, his army. Okay.
Well, before that,
yeah.
Don't they go to? I was like, what are we pointing at?
I looked at the camera. I'm like,
finally.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I pointed at the
You.
monitor and I'm like, wait, not the monitor, the lens.
Yeah.
The lens. So don't they go and fight Gorr first?
They fight him
Or
in
is
New
that-
Asgard. So when they're fighting
Oh,
the putties,
right. Okay, that's
there's
right.
there's like a brief like, oh, this is today's villain.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will fight him.
Okay, and then they go.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like
Yeah, yeah.
Power Rangers. Like it's like
carry on.
Rita,
sir. I
Rita up here.
apologize.
So what they do is like they're like, well, how do we all travel together? Like what's his name? Stormbreaker's Bifrost is all janky.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we have a boat and we have like these like mighty steeds.
The mighty steeds.
So now there's like a chariot, like Santa Claus's chariot.
Dude,
Or Santa Claus's
I'm
sleigh.
so glad you mentioned that
Yeah.
because my wife could not stop going. This movie felt like I was watching the Santa Claus in attack mode.
So they fly through the cosmos with these screaming goats that do this, and then like it's Thor, Valkyrie, Korg.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even write in my notes. Korg like almost died.
Yeah.
At one point, but he's like, oh no, Thor, I'm dying.
Thor, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
Oh, forget him, but a face. I guess Korg just need faces to live.
Yeah. That happens later on though. But anyway, yeah. Shh. What was I gonna say? Okay, so they go to Olympus to get Zeus's help. Zeus is played by none other than Russell Crowe in the world's worst Greek accent. By the
Holy
way,
cow. By the way, I read that Taika had
him do it
had
twice.
do it twice every scene,
Yeah.
word for word.
Being the resident Greek over here,
resident-
I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, such a bad Greek
Dude, when I
accent.
saw it, I was like, oh no, I know a Greek.
Yeah, and I was thinking like,
I was like, what kind of mix is that? I'm like, are you Scottish and
no, it was
something
It
else?
was definitely a bad Greek accent.
Good Lord.
Not have I heard a bad Greek accent since I once saw what's his name? Steve Carell in The Office, acting like a Greek man in an episode. I am a Greek businessman. You remember that?
That was
I am a Greek, like the
I just
Onassis.
saw the bloopers for that. That was
Really?
Yeah.
That is so
Their
weird.
entire Instagrams just around the bloopers for that show, and I just happened to see that like yesterday.
Not since. You see, you can't do that with an Asian accent these days.
No,
No,
you
you can't.
You will get shut down.
Yeah, even though I don't say, even though they probably don't complain as
No.
much. The Greeks don't care. Okay, so they go to Olympus by this point, and they're like hiding. Oh, Bao, the god of dumplings, by the way,
Dude,
made my day.
I actually ended up making pot stickers the next day.
I know. Bao, the god of dumplings, is so cute.
It was pretty adorable, man.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Pixar short Bow.
That's what I hear. That's what
Yeah.
it was from. I tried like Googling and I couldn't really quite
You can find it on Disney Plus. It's like a quick show.
put my finger on it.
There you go.
So the Thor's a big fan of Zeus. Really happy
Yeah.
to meet him. Don't meet your heroes.
Inspired Thor, the
he
god
throws
of
lightning. I
Yeah.
throw thunder. Like, oh come on, man. He's like a dad to me.
Yeah. There you go.
So he's an aging bad Greek accent. What's it called? Russell Crowe. I would say Russell Brand. Russell Crowe. And they're in this like big Parthenon Olympus looking place
Yeah.
with clouds everywhere, like imagine Greece. Greek mythology, all that, and they're like, oh, he's gonna say something like great, and he like comes in, he starts throwing like lightning bolts everywhere. It's like awesome. He's got like the awesome weapon. We gotta borrow his weapon. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And he's like, today will be the greatest orgy ever. And they're like, oh, he doesn't seem so great.
Yeah. He's like, oh, he's not that great, actually.
Yeah, and as we mentioned off air, this is also the second time they mentioned an orgy in a Thor movie.
Yeah, they mentioned it in Ragnarok, apparently. And where did you say they mentioned it?
There's a scene where they steal Jeff Goldblum's ship, and like, why does this button say like massive orgy button? And it's like, it's my birthday. And it plays like techno music and like shoots fireworks out.
Oh,
the back.
right. It shot fireworks.
Yeah,
That's why.
that
I
was the
remember
orgy button.
that. Oh, goodness, man. Kids watch this. Come on.
Dude, I don't even know anymore. I think it's just like, I went to Disneyland the other day.
Yeah.
By the way.
By the way. That's a lot.
Went to Disneyland the other day. First off, nothing but old people now. Like there's like hardly any kids. Like it's just like neckbeard people.
Yeah. I don't have a neck beard. This is a beard that is maintained.
Okay, fine.
I cut like 3 inches off of this thing.
All right. Gandalf.
And I actually have children, okay? I take my kids
All right.
to Disneyland.
But it's just a bunch of like neckbeards and frumpies.
It is. So neckbeards and frumpies.
Yeah. And
I agree with you, man.
yeah, neckbeards and frumpies.
My children should not feel out of place at Disneyland.
Right? And number 2, we went and we ate at Tequila Joe's.
Tortilla Joe's.
Tortilla Joe's.
Hey, that place is delicious.
The absolute worst food I've ever eaten.
What'd you order?
We all...
No! Don't break the soundboard. He just hit one of our very expensive cameras with a damn $2 ding bell.
Did I?
Thank you.
Does it work?
You did. It's still on.
Fudge. I hope that I got on the camera. I was thinking I could sacrifice a $3 bell.
So much gear here. You can't aim at the cameras.
I forgot that we actually have a set now. We just killed poor Pete.
God. He is gone. He's behind the studio.
All right.
Where the hell's an intern when you need one?
Pete Wilhelm.
Oh, that's what we're gonna call him.
Okay, so there was no flavor. Everything
did
was
you-
super. We ate everything. Like we had a
do you
big
mean?
group. You know,
Oh, it was a big group.
it was a big group. I had the freaking like beef fajita or whatever.
No,
Like,
you don't do that.
what do you mean? What do you eat?
You
at
look,
Disneyland's Mexican food.
Look, you get the chile verde. Okay.
No,
that's
it was
delicious.
It clearly said green hot stuff. There was no
Green.
spice to anything in that. It was so bad. It was bad. It was bad. I was so mad at you. I was mad at you that day.
You're actually Mexican, though. I am not.
I know, but you're Puerto Rican. You can handle a little spice. There's no spice in that.
There's no spice in most of Puerto Rican cuisine, by the way.
Is it?
There is not.
don't
But
know.
I can say this. Having grown up in the greater Los Angeles area, the chile verde is not supposed to actually be spicy. It's
That
supposed
was
to be
not
tangy.
tangy. It's not. It doesn't deserve your R
No,
rolls.
You got the freaking. Did you get the sauce or something? No, I'm
had-
talking about the actual chile verde where it's pork simmered and all you get is tortillas with it.
so bad.
Okay, you must have gotten the weird thing.
The weird thing of beef fajita.
Beef fajitas are gross.
Well, they didn't have a carne asada. They didn't know how to write carne asada. I was looking for a carne asada plate. There's no carne asada plate at the freaking Disneyland.
I will agree with you. They have
Tequila Tortilla Joe's.
tortilla tequila Joe's.
Tequila Jack's in
They
Long
have.
Beach.
They have dropped.
That was better than that.
They have dropped the ball.
Even though I haven't been there in 20 years.
God, that's not even that long. That's a long time ago, but you were still so close to a
Might have been more than that.
Oh
now
my
that I think I was in
God,
high
we
school
were
when I went
almost
to
at
Tequila Joe's.
Don't.
Tequila Jack's. Long Beach. God, I hope that camera's not broken.
So I see recording.
All right, good.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at it. And
It's like, oh, $2,000.
I could risk this $3 bell. make a thing out of it.
We forget we're waiting on you guys to pay us to make money. And by you guys, I do mean sponsors.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
But no, it's just food.
Okay.
It's like the Denny's of Mexican food. There you go.
Dude, freaking El Burrito Jr. is the Denny's of Mexican food. That was like something else completely.
Something else.
El Tortilla, what is it? El Torito? El Torito.
El Torito.
El Torito
That
is the
place
Denny's.
is hot garbage.
No.
Whoa.
Okay. I will admit,
Yeah.
El Torito is like a distant D compared to Tequila Joe's or
Yeah,
Tortilla
Tortilla
Joe's
Joe's.
F.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
I will go in.
Okay.
That was so bad.
It must have.
so
I have
expensive.
not had that place in a while.
It was like $5 Mexican food, $4 Mexican food,
man.
served for $32 a plate.
That's expensive.
And like I always said, if you have to buy a $25 burrito, it better be the best damn burrito anyone has ever had since the dawn of
Yeah,
time.
that's super expensive.
It was
A good burrito should cost you like $8 tops.
That's the thing. It's not a burrito anymore. If it costs you more, what are we talking about?
I don't know. All right, you know what? Let's get back to the movie. I think we're talking about gods in space.
Speaking of
But
burritos,
we just
so
have to get
they're
all terrestrial with burritos.
they're in disguise,
Yeah.
but then they try to storm and talk to Zeus. And then he's in the trailer. I flick your disguise off. It makes Thor naked.
Yeah.
He's like, you flicked too hard.
You flick too hard.
Yeah. So then they put like other clothes on him or whatever. And it turns out Zeus knows about the God Butcher. He won't come after us. There's no way he'll make it to the center of the universe. And that's why I say a Star Trek reference.
Oh, right.
In Star Trek, The Final Frontier, which is the only one that William Shatner. By the way, William Shatner
It's still alive.
still and went to space.
Yeah, he did.
Scary. William Shatner, the only episode of Star Trek he's ever seen is Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. That movie, because he directed it. He has never seen an episode of Star Trek.
Wow.
Yeah. Scary, right?
That's crazy.
But anyway, that was the plot of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, was getting to the center of the universe to find God.
Wow.
Right?
Well, they find eternity.
Eternity, either way. Similar illusion. And if you watch Avengers Endgame,
I've seen it many times.
the signatures at the end, direct allusion to the Undiscovered Country, Star Trek The Undiscovered Country ending.
What?
Where the original cast signs off.
God, I
at the
need
end
to
of the
watch
movie.
all this.
But anyway, there's that.
Yeah.
What else are we talking about this movie? Okay, because this movie just happens after this.
Yeah.
Then they're like, okay, he's not going to help us. So then they fight Zeus, and then he steals his lightning bolt, throws it through Zeus. Oh, it's great. Okay, now what do we do? Now we go find Gorr.
Gorr, yeah.
They find Gorr, and then it turns out
They're in the Snyder cut of Gorr.
doing the Snyder cut of Gorr. Turns out the Gorr,
black and white. That's
the
why we
Gorr,
say that.
yeah, Gorr wants not yet. That's at the end. The Snyder cut. That's at the last scene, right?
No.
When they get. Oh, you are correct.
Yeah.
You are correct because I saw it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so they fight. That's why I wrote my notes in chronological order.
It's a place that not even colors travel through.
Yeah, and as soon as they said that, I was like, oh man, this will be the Snyder cut. And
Okay.
it sure was.
Yeah, so they get there and it turns out that all he wants is Stormbreaker. Because Stormbreaker could do the bar. That's what we're saying. There's a big
The
plot.
Bifrost is the key.
Somehow
like,
Gorr is
how?
able to travel.
How?
Somehow Gorr is able to travel interplanetary anyway. But somehow he needs. What does God need with a starship? It's from Star Trek V also.
Oh.
What does it will be your chariot? A chariot!
Ah, the chariot.
It'll be your chariot. Sorry, we keep referencing the same Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What a day. The more I think about this movie, I think the less I like it.
Whoa.
I know.
It's the more I like it.
Really weird.
Yeah, the more you dissect it, I'm just like, wow, this movie goes deeper than I imagined.
Because all they do, they go fight Gorr, and then they lose, and they come
Yeah.
back. We find out Natalie Portman, Thor finds out Natalie Portman has cancer, and also Thor's Meow Meow is killing her.
Yes.
Because it's
draining her life force.
if you read the comics or like,
Yeah.
I read the spoiler things about the comics, it turns out that it actually exudes all the chemotherapy.
Yeah.
So every progress she's made is being undone.
You need to be a god to handle a god.
Every time she morphs!
Essentially, yeah.
Every time she morphs.
Mighty Morphin
It's
Power Rangers.
Morphin time.
Zoltan.
Zoltan. Meow meow.
You said Hadouken sound, dude.
Hadouken. Get over here. Come here.
We are combining way too many things here.
Tortilla Joe.
Fatality.
Shut up and take my
Okay,
money.
so they
Sounds.
you know, I think Zeus is the one who made Korg lose his face, but he's still alive. They go back, and then Thor's gonna go fight Gorr alone in the
Yeah.
center of the universe because Gorr has stolen Stormbreaker at this point. And then Valkyrie is injured. Valkyrie got injured. I think she got stabbed or something.
Yeah, she got gored by
Gorr.
the lightning bolt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, by Gorr.
yeah.
Gorr gored her with a lightning bolt. So now obviously she's returned home to New Asgard to be in care, and so has Natalie Portman's Jane Foster.
Yeah, so then Thor goes to the center of the universe.
Yes.
Because he has the Heimdall. Heimdall's son is one of the
Yes,
kids.
Astrid, aka Axel.
Yeah, he wants to be Axel because of the bitchin' band in the American the Earth bitchin' band or whatever.
Yeah.
So he wants to be Axel, but he has the power to summon the Bifrost, right?
Yes.
Is that how he gets through?
Yep.
And then Thor goes to the Eternity to fight Gorr the God Butcher, and then Mighty Thor comes, and then they have a fight.
Yeah,
Like-
because the thing is, Lady Thor had not Lady
Mighty Thor.
Mighty Thor, Jane Foster,
Also known as Beretta and
Beretta.
Glock.
Oh man, right here.
Beretta.
Mike 1 and Mike 2. She's ready. Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
Yeah,
Meow meow.
Beavis and Butthead here. Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. They're excellent.
AR-15.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Uzi and Uzi and AK. What else is good?
So stupid.
I don't know.
Fast and Furious right here, baby.
Yeah. Vin and Paul together again.
Oh no.
So he gets to the end of the universe.
Yeah.
He's like getting his ass kicked a little bit by Thor, but then he deputizes the kids in the Power Rangers.
Yeah, Thor deputizes the kid. He's like, for a limited time.
For a limited time, you have the power. By the way, this reminded me a lot of Wolverine when the kids like beat up the bad guys.
Oh yeah,
Logan, where the kids beat up the bad guys.
By the way, that movie is coming out on Disney Plus very soon.
Really?
Yeah, just found out
I
today.
have mixed feelings about Logan.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
I didn't like the end, I think. But anyway, so they fight, they die. No, the kids fight all the putties.
Yeah,
and they're able to like.
yeah. So they're fighting the putties while Jane Foster's mighty Thor and Thor are able to take on Gorr.
She wasn't supposed to come because this was going to be her last ride if she came.
Yeah, her last hurrah.
Her last hurrah. So they fight, and somehow Jane Foster is able to like Wonder Womanism. Do you ever see Wonder Woman 1984 where she's like, you can be a beacon of light.
Knew exactly what you were talking about.
Gal Gadot is like, it's okay to like fail, but you can get up again and
it's
keep
okay because she was like, I am Gal Gadot.
I am Gal Gadot and you are the Mandalorian. Right?
Really though?
I am Gal Gadot and you are the Mandalorian. You are Pedro Pascal.
And you have...
There's that scene in Game of Thrones when Pedro Pascal got punched and he just started spitting teeth. It's so bad. Well, I mean, good. Like it was good.
It was good.
Oh my
so bad.
God. Anyway, okay, just to wrap this up, because there really much of doing nothing to this movie. So somehow they end up at that place, like the soul world.
They end up at Eternity.
At Eternity. Yeah, Eternity is just like a shadow of a giant robot who grants a wish.
Yeah.
And Gorr's wish would be to
kill all the gods.
But then, like, because of Wonder Womanisms, she is able to convince Gorr.
Well, let me break this scene down real quick.
All right, I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, while you take a nap. So obviously Gorr arrives to Eternity. He wants to make the wish to kill all gods. But he sees Thor turn around and he's just like, why do you not fight me? Something like
you are different from other gods.
Yeah, you're
saw it in the trailer.
Yeah, so in the trailer, yeah. So it's because Thor is turning around to go and accompany Jane Foster because she is dying from cancer. And he's just like, why would I fight you if I would rather spend her last moments with her? And Gorr is just like, oh man, he's like, whoa, bro. And then Thor goes, isn't there something you want to wish about or something? Something like that?
Yeah.
Not be a dick. Turns out that Gorr has a heart, just like the Grinch. It grew 3 sizes too large. And
yeah, the thing about it is,
this was a real big, just like emotional grab right here.
I'm going under record saying that this is the second time in a Thor movie, in a movie where Thor is the protagonist, where the bad guy won. Because the bad guy got what he wanted. He got revenge against gods. He messed up the God Society pretty good.
Yeah, check them.
And also, he got his daughter back because he wished his daughter back.
Yeah.
But he died in...
He died in the process.
He died in the process because this isn't the plot hole, so I don't need to bring out the diagram.
Yeah, he was already dying.
He was already dying because the necrosword corrupts you and kills you. So he was already dying of the necrosword poisoning.
Yeah.
So he dies. Jane Foster dies.
Yes.
Fighting with her Wonder Womanisms.
But she vanishes in gold stardust.
Yes, much like the Force.
Yes.
But it's also like Thanos' dusting.
Those are midichlorians.
Midichlorians. High midichlorian count. High thetan count. But anyway... and then the movie ends with much bookended by Korg telling the story.
Yeah.
By the way, Korg's narrating the whole movie was actually pretty funny, especially the Jane Foster raindrops keep falling on my head montage.
Yeah. Keeps calling her Jane. He keeps calling her all the wrong Jane names.
Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda, it's the best.
Yeah, Taika Waititi saved this movie.
Absolutely.
His comedic timing with all that stuff going on. And then it ends, the title character, Thor, Love and Thunder. Love is the name of Gorr's daughter.
Yes.
And now Thor has an adopted daughter who wields the hammer.
Yeah. She wields Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. She wields the battle axe.
Yeah, the battle axe.
While Thor has his hammer back.
Yeah, Mjolnir.
Meow, meow. And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, they enter to
Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Sweet Child of Mine.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun enough movie. And
then, hold on. Then we have some post-credit scenes here. Obviously, it's because I mentioned that, Jane Foster vanishes in, a little gold stardust here. It is because she died a warrior's death, which, she died
she got
fighting the entire time. Be it fighting cancer or fighting
Gorr the
actual-
God Butcher. Well, she
Gorr
saved
the God Butcher.
She saved all the gods. So
Yeah.
she saved an entire society of people.
Yeah. She died during war, so she went to Valhalla.
She's met by Idris Elba there, who's like,
Yes.
welcome to like my house.
Yeah.
Like,
This is nice.
this is the best 15 minutes of my life. You get paid, how much do you think you got paid? Like $75,000 to show up and say like, hi.
Probably $1 million.
Right.
That's Idris Elba.
What's he been up to? I mean, I like him, but
It is Idris Elba. He just has to mention his name. He's like, Idris, $1 million.
You know what? Speaking of Idris Elba, like another tangent here. Do you remember The Dark Tower? I wanted that movie to be good. And like,
Whoa,
what I
yes.
heard, like, dude, Matthew McConaughey played
That
like
movie was hot garbage.
Matthew McConaughey played an interdimensional villain fighting a gunslinger who traveled through dimensions. How did you just screw that up?
It sounds great.
Written by Stephen King. How did you screw that up?
I have no idea.
How did you screw that up?
That movie sucked.
How did you screw
How
that?
did I screw it
How
up?
did you? I don't know. Dude. So it ended that way. So it's
Yeah.
all right, Gorr. We totally missed the Matt Damon. We went over Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Matt
we
Damon.
also forgot to mention that Luke Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's brother, played Thor, the actual actor.
Oh, in the Matt Damon play?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then we also forgot to mention that Sam
really?
Neill played Odin.
Oh, Odin. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Mr. Jurassic Park himself, the Peaky Blinder.
Sam Neill?
Yeah, Sam Neill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Who was
Mr. Claw.
Yeah, who was I thinking? Sam Neill. Anyway, I think it was fun enough.
Yeah.
I'll start with my letter grade just to so we
it,
can
man.
end this pony show, this goat show, donkey show. What are donkey shows?
Man, I have no idea. Apparently, you got to go to TJ to see him. And let's say I ain't going to TJ.
I know. I googled it once, I got an FBI alert on my browser. Anyway,
no.
I'm gonna give it a B. Thor: Love and Thunder was a good enough superhero movie that is carried by a great group of actors and creative staff. Watch it; you will be entertained. But it lacks some of the thrills and story punches of the greatest of the superhero movies.
I'm keeping it simple, man. I'm giving this movie a solid A. This movie was solidly entertaining. From the unexpected extended cameo of the Guardians of the Galaxy to the yelling goats, this movie had everything going for it. A welcome chapter in the Thor legacy. Keep it up, Taika. I highly recommend this movie. It will make you laugh.
All right, well, that's good enough. That has been our hot take on Thor: Love and Thunder. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification.
Where's the...
Ding.
There we go.
Remember, we're available in podcast form, YouTube, where you can talk to us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Do what you can. I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Openetta for Clubhouse Movies Podcast. We will catch you next time.
Meow, meow.